Alright, this is another video against the diamonds real quick, just a little subject at a time and just straight to the point. In this case, I'm gonna talk about the abominable and horrible thing that has happened behind the scenes that you haven't seen, but this is the first time I want to share this with you, in which some Dimondites that commit mortal sin or had committed mortal sin and sometimes had not reformed had attacked me. Yes, you hear that right. For instance, there is this Dimondite in the US that has sent me some very nasty emails, like talking about stuff that you wouldn't even want to read to your worst enemy, like basically saying you are going to hell, you're going to be there and you deserve it and whatever, like a bunch of lies, a bunch of empty threats, tantrums, stuff from the devil basically. But this guy, and I know for a fact, and obviously I'm not going to reveal their name or his name because it's just not right, especially because detraction has a lot of problems, to the life of people. But I think that given the fact that this information can help souls get away from the diamonds, I think this shared in general without giving specifics would help others to see the wicked fruits and rotten hearts of the Dimondites and the leaders. This is what you produce, diamonds. Pay attention. So is this guy committed mortal sin? I know for a fact, I absolutely know, because he told us, months ago, before this everything was an issue, he told us, I'm committing this mortal sin, I have issues. Like, this was months ago, obviously before this whole debacle happened, so perhaps close to a year ago. And he was saying to us through messages on cell phone, I have these issues, I know that I need to pray more, I know that I need to do this and this and that and the other. And we gave him advice, like pray more, pray little prayers like Jesus, Mary and Joseph, which is a prayer that is short but has indulgences. And we advise him to leave the occasions of sin, etc., etc. So okay, so far kind of normal, I guess. And obviously we didn't ask him details, or we didn't, like, to begin with, we were not like searching proactively, like, do you have any mortal sin, how's your spiritual life going? It was just that out of the blue this guy started to open up, right? That was close to a year ago. And then this same soul, this same person, right, when this whole debacle happened, start to condemn me harshly and profoundly, saying that I was going to hell, that how dare you, blah blah blah. And I told him via email, hey, you know what, you're not in the best position to say that supposedly I'm wicked because I fall into sins, because you fall into those same sins. Because, oh, shocker, by the way, it was the same type of sin. It was sins of impurity. So I was telling that to that person, and he was like, no, this is different because I didn't reject the diamonds. So basically their whole moral compass is the diamonds. The diamonds are in the place of God to some Dimondites, no joke. They are idolaters in some cases, or very close to idolatry, and I think especially because in the Bible says from the mouth, from the abundance of the heart the mouth speak it. So sometimes the fact that they say that their only moral goodness or victory is that they love the diamonds, I mean, what about loving Jesus Christ? What about loving the commandments? What about loving what Our Lady loves? No, it's just about being attached to the diamonds. As long as you're attached to the diamonds, you have a good shot, even though you are committing sins as recently as some months ago. And it's like, it's incredible. I was genuinely puzzled that this guy was saying those things to me via email, that he was totally rigorously condemning me for sins that I have confessed validly, and sins that I have not committed anymore, sins that I'm totally free from at the moment with the grace of God, and I hope to continue that way till I die, free from mortal sin. But this guy is like so pharisaical, you know, like how this guy thinks that God is going to give him grace to overcome this impurity addiction when he's so harsh with other people. Like, you know, like, you should be merciful, dude. You know, you should not be speaking like this. And he's here now, and I'm telling you, I'm not going to reveal your name because you don't deserve this. I mean, everyone deserves to be to have some modicum of social status, you know. It's not necessary to bash everyone by name, but just listen up, you know. Be merciful, especially when you need so much mercy yourself. If you are being this harsh, you're done. It's over. You're going to go to hell. How do you think that God is going to receive you? Oh yeah, you know, it's this guy who condemns so harshly the sins that he himself committed earlier than the guy that he is attacking regarding this subject matter, you know, of impurity and the emails and so forth. So it's like, you know. And there is another case exactly like that in another part of the world. You know, I have contact with people in Europe, in the United States, people from Africa, some of them. I have contact with people even in Asia. You know, there are some people who are involved with these subjects that are from there. There is another case like that, you know, in another part of the world, of another person who I absolutely know he commits or relapses into mortal sins recently, let's say probably like a year ago, and the diamonds know, and this guy is attacking me via email and elsewhere. And it's like, wow, this is hard to stomach, you know. Like, and I tell that to my wife because in some cases my wife was aware and basically of this situation, because the situation was shared in such a way, you know, that when that happened, is like, you know, this is not good. So I tell him, this guy was committing sins and now he's attacking me, and she's just shocked, you know, that these guys don't have any mercy, you know, zero mercy, you know. And the funny part, or the horrible part, the horrible part is that they think they have a shot at salvation like that. Dude, you're blind. If you're committing mortal sins, you know, recently, and then condemning other people relapsing, but that other person you're condemning was even absolved by God in the sacrament of penance. Dude, I mean, it's just horrible, you know. It's sad. It's the state of affairs within Diamondism, and I'm absolutely sure, you know, or I'm almost 100% sure. Yeah, let's just rephrase it that way. I'm like 95% sure that if William Burke would fall into a mortal sin, he would not reveal that. Probably not even to the diamonds. And he would not ask me forgiveness for being such a terrorist, you know? A spiritual terrorist. I don't think if Samuel falls into sins of impurity tomorrow, that he will be like, you know what, I was very harsh with Jorge, I'm gonna ask forgiveness. I think it's very unlikely that to occur. But essentially, when they have condemned me so harshly for things that I have confessed properly, they are saying that it should be just, or it is just, that if they ever fall into mortal sin, they should be condemned at least as hard as I was condemned. And if they don't do that, they are being hypocrites. Do I think they would do that with themselves? That they would treat themselves as they are treating me? I don't think so at all, you know? So yeah, just a little update on the craziness, wickedness, hypocrisy, and evil, overall horrible behavior of the Diamonds and the Dimondites. And by the way, for the second person that has committed those sins, the Diamonds know that this guy is committing or has committed those sins. And I even sent an email. I even sent an email to that horrible abomination of a monastery and tell them, hey, you know what? Both of us know that this guy committed sins, but this guy is attacking me, you know? Are you going to stop this person? And they didn't. They haven't. They didn't even respond to my email. So this is the level of hypocrisy the Diamonds are dealt with, you know? Even if you are condemning another person for the things you are doing, as long as you're supporting them, they're fine with it, you know? They don't care about people being in the state of grace, really. They just care about their reputation, their selfish stuff, their quote-unquote apostolate, which instead of an apostolate seems to be like a slaughterhouse. So yeah, just wanted to share that out real quick.